little trains running again tonight, or I'll pick up my Red Stripe 37 running around full of Whoppers. Tonight, I haven't got much planned for tonight, just basically catching up.
No, I'm going to do it properly where it doesn't. Weird. It used to do it, so God knows why it's not doing it anymore.
What the best? A £50 donation from Jimbo.
Thank you, darling.
What my heart, as always, never expected, but gratefully received.
Simon, why are you stroking the Christmas hat?
I don't.
It looks like you've got it up like a puppy. You're there stroking it like it's a dog.
On my shed.
Penis.
What? Penis.
Heinous.
You said.
I said
penis.
heinous. I said heinous. I didn't know how to pay. That's where your
She
mind
said
are.
penis.
Can you go over here and I can...
Yeah, she said penis, didn't she?
No.
I said heinous. I said heinous.
What did she say?
I heard
I heard penis.
I heard heinous. Si, you missed a bit. It's
Favourite P, says Brian. Well, did you just fart?
no, on the chair.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I heard it too.
Cleaner sucks up the rest of it. Yeah, it is, Jerry. It's just like, oh, sorry, 37's just away on a mission by itself. It's decided to uncouple. Oh, it's a little bit of a jigger on, that's why. I do have.
That one's not gonna work.
Oh! Well, would you look at that? I wondered where that DMU went. I didn't know that was the back of there. It's amazing what you find. Could be one for Brian.
Hello everybody and welcome back. Wow, I have to admit, this is not running as greatly as I thought it would. Just saw class 37 go past there. That line's a bit dicky over by the drop down section. Anyway, good evening, everyone. How are you? Hope everybody can all hear me okay. Yeah, it's not been great. It really hasn't. I have been fighting to get this running, and I have to admit, it's doing my head in. It really is. 37 just stopped again, so I'm just going to bring that into the station here. There's obviously a poor connection somewhere. There we go. Stop that. It's a shame, really, because it's the first time I've really had the 37 running properly. That's the Vitrains 37. I've also got Simon SJ Train Worlds. I've Simon, please correct me if I'm right, if I'm wrong. Sorry, but that is an MY class, which is a European train, and I thought it would look quite nice with a rake of burgundy coaches on the back of it. Right. Anyways, right. Let's say hello to everybody, shall we? Right. So, start from the bottom and work our way up. So we've got Todd Armstrong. Welcome, Todd. Nice of you to join in the chat again. So we will give you a spanner. Hello, John. Hello, Andrew. 156. Hello, Lyndon. Hello, Ian. Hello, Ruben. Hello, Digger. Hello, Mav. Hello, Ian Melling. How are you? Give you a spanner too. This is great. We've got loads of people coming in tonight, and they're all getting spanners. Maura, hello. How are you? Hello, Aaronville. Andy, hello, my friend. How are you? We got Chase Railway Lines. You're new. I believe, at least anyway, Chase Railway Lines, if you are in the chat again, I will give you a spanner, if you wish. David Hinks, the Reverend himself. Welcome. Good evening, my friend. How are you? Let's give you a spanner, shall we? Pete, Heritage Model Railway. Hello. How are you? Hello, Mark and Lisa. Oh, I've just realised that Lisa's actually got her own. I never realised that before. So, hello, Lisa. I hope Mark's around as well. Hello, Mr. Surf. How are you? Richard, how are you, my friend? I think I said hello to Matt, but if I haven't already, hello, Matt. Anybody else? Dan, Royal Dan, how are you? We got Ray. Hello, Ray. Alan Reynolds, how are you, sir? Sure, I saw Chris up here somewhere. Yep, Chris. Hello, hello, Amelia. How are you, my darling? That's my daughter. If anyone doesn't realise that. Tom, hello, how are you, my friend? And anybody else that I've missed, I do apologise. If I have, then please come and shout hello again. Simon, how are you? Oh dear, right, okay. Spanner equals monkey wrench. No, it's just spanner. Right, okay. I'm going to tell you now, as I said just before now, it has been a struggle. It really has. And believe it or not, the TAS 37 has been running around here great for the past 15 minutes. It suddenly decided it was going to find an electrical fault over by the drop-down section and it keeps stopping. And every time I walk over there to go and sort it out, it keeps moving. And I have absolutely no idea why. Hang on a minute, I was going to have a look over here a second because there is something down here that I don't think looks right. Aha. There we go. Let's try that, shall we? Let's give it another whirl. Let's give it a chance. And I will give everybody a tour around as well, eventually. So let's start the 37 off again. So there's been a couple of spots where I've been having a few problems, namely a couple of joins. One on the on the inside line and one on the outside line. And I've been trying to get them fixed, and I think I've sorted it now. We're trying to run a steam engine around here a couple of days ago was almost impossible. They just kept derailing. So I've gone for the easy option. Hello, Paul. How are you? I've gone for the easy option, and I've thrown a couple of DMUs on. I haven't ran anything on this layout now since before Christmas, and it's just been a long time coming. It really has, and I'm just so thankful that I've actually got stuff running again. And he says that just as he sees a coach derail. Are you going to sort yourself out, or is it going to be completely total carnage coming through the station? Yep, complete and total carnage. Fuck's sake. Right, let's sort that out then. You know what, I'm going to leave it. I can't be arsed. I really can't. Oh dear. Yeah, annoyed is an understatement. I've been trying my absolute best to try and get this to perform better, and in the process I've made it bloody worse. Well, heyo, never mind. The class, the MY class that SJ Simon gifted to me has been running faultlessly. As to the class 37 too, that's been running faultlessly also. But yeah, I've got coaches derailing, so never mind. Anyway, Randall, hello, welcome. You've been spanned also. Loads of spanners going on tonight. What is Pratt Citizen? Yes, I have, Paul. Yeah, always something, Brian. Yeah, absolutely. No, Lyndon. It's actually jumping off the rails on the fit. I've got coaches jumping off on a fifth radius. Work that out. So both radiuses at the west and east side of Finnerton are now fourth radius and fifth radius, in the hope that it would combat the derailing, and clearly that hasn't worked. Yeah, you're absolutely right there, Alan. They do buckle with age, and it's very probable that's what the issue is. Whereas the maroon set I've got on here now, all the wheels have all been gapped properly, and they're not giving me any issues at all. The Airfix coaches, again, are not giving me any issues whatsoever, but the Hornby ones are. And it is frustrating, it really is. Really is frustrating. Under normal circumstances, I'd say I'd put it in a blooper, but I really am not in the mood for it. Let's get rid of these shitty fucking things. Right. Anyways, so what's been happening over the past month? Well, it has been almost. I don't know what it is with January, but January always seems to be, um, always seems to drag. I don't know why, but it always seems to drag. I'm determined to get this to run. Sadly, the 37th is going to have to run with two coaches. I'll have to have a look at those Hornby ones. They probably are buckled. Yeah, you're right, Alan. They're buckled, my friends. That's what's causing the derailments. Oh, more money. Right. Okay. Grace, hello, welcome. Grace, I'm so sorry that I missed you and Rob's live stream tonight, but I was at my in-laws this afternoon for a much needed visit, and we get back here, and I've been fighting to get this to run over the past hour, and you know what? I think I finally managed it. I'm just going to see if that 37 goes round a minute and see if what I found was actually the fault. Yes, it was. Yeah, yeah. Plug came adrift underneath the drop-down section. I may have to nip up the screws ever slightly on it. Oh, right, come on then, Bryce, snap out of it. Right, January. Right, okay, January didn't slow me down from spending money. I have been buying some bits and pieces. A couple of items I've been able to collect, which I bought before the last live stream, and sadly they never arrived on time. Ding dong, I see something Danish on the layout. How are you doing, Brian, and everyone in the chat? Hello, Simon, how are you? With your ears burning. But yeah, the one train that has been running completely and totally faultless is yours. Although the Class 37 has been running faultlessly, not the same can't be said for my rolling stock. And my aging rolling stock is now starting to suffer. Quick, Brian, hide the bacon. I could do with eating a bacon sandwich. Right, if anyone's asked any questions, I do apologise. Please ask again if I've missed you. I'm literally going to jump straight down to the bottom of the chat here so I can keep up with everybody. So if you asked anything, ask again. By the way, Dafford Junction looks different tonight. Almost looks like Finnerton Central, lol. Just kidding. What? Does it look like it's in pieces? Grace, I'll have to catch up on your live stream later. As I hear you've been buying some new things. Sadly, not from the Trade Set shop. It's okay, John. I'm only feeling more myself today, really. Still not 100% though. Just annoyed by channels being affected because of it. Oh dear. Well, you know, sadly, Grace, you can't help being ill, can you? Simon. Taking a mickey since you and RGJ trains have swapped tonight, Lol. Yeah, I believe it's only going to be for just this month. Unless, of course, they need to do it again, which I honestly really do not mind. It's just dependent on what I'm doing, really. Because normally this time of night, I'm normally cooking me and my wife tea, and yeah, I'm really hungry. Uh, Can't be helped, Grace. It's important to look after yourself. Your supporters will always be here for you. That's absolutely right, John. I totally agree there, 100%. To be fair, Simon, everything is all over the place. Oh dear, maybe it does sound like it's mine. It's appreciated, Brian. Not usually for us, just this shift. Hate Sunday working as is especially early. Yeah, well, it's not going to be too much longer, is it, Grace? You're changing shifts again soon, aren't you? Hopefully. Um, it's never good working on the weekend. So, what have I been up to? Right, okay, well, let's start with me spending some money. Right, so, um, I've got my phone currently plugged in. So, you are tethered. So, you are stuck over here for now. Let's put you in the tripod, turn you around. Hello, how are you? Yeah, sorry for starting the stream on a bit of a downer, but you know, I've been working extremely hard on this since Christmas, and the problems have been taking their toll. They really have. Um, but anyway, first things first, money that I've been spending. There's a particular item that I have bought, which I'm going to leave to the very last because that will then lead me into the next part of my conversation. So, I've been and visited the Salopian Model Shop over in Church Stretton, and I've been buying some stuff. One of which is a uh, Oxford diecast Mini Metro. These are new out. These are new releases by Oxford, and I had to buy one, especially with the era that I'm running. These will be absolutely perfect for. And another one, which is again another new one, but it's a little bit older than this. And as soon as I saw this, I thought, I've got to have it. I had one exactly the same colour. And this is a beige Steam Maestro. There you go. Now, I have to admit, this is the champagne beige version. I also had the beige version as well. I had both cars. Now, I might tell you a story about my cars one day. Mr. X knows about it. You can't believe how many I actually have owned. But yeah, that is a Maestro. And as soon as I saw that, I had to own it. It was actually, if I think about it, it was the fourth car I'd owned at the age of 18. So if you think I'd owned four cars by the age of 18, you wouldn't be surprised if I've had quite a few more since. But these were the era where when your MOT ran out, you just got shot of it and bought another one for £50 to £100. There's the back of it as well. This particular one is actually a Y-Reg version. It's if I remember right, I think mine was a Y-Reg. My beige one, I think, was an A-Reg. And a friend of mine had a beige version of one of these as well. Didn't have it for very long. due to the old rust. But yeah, and there's the back of it as well, the old Metro. Yeah, so I bought that, and I properly treated myself. I've been wanting one of these for a very, very long time. I bought the static grass kit from WWS. Only downside to this, and it wasn't their fault, but the whole one side of the box here was completely smashed in. Um, if you are a member of the Finniton Central Facebook group, you'll have already seen pictures of the damage when I opened it. The only thing that's really suffered is the can of spray. Just move bits of the side of the box out of the way. Oh, and all that happens to that is parts of the inner part of the box had punctured the lid. A lot of people had said to me, send it back to WWS. And to be quite honest with you, it wasn't their fault. This was done, the shipping company did this, Amazon. So, Amazon, well done, you bunch of morons. So, fortunately, the box is made of MDF and I can glue it back together, no bother. But I didn't believe that WWS should suffer for Amazon's mistake. So yeah, well done, Amazon, and they totally ignored my delivery instructions and dumped it on my front door as well for everybody to see, instead of putting it in the porch in a safe place. Morons. Anyway, Andy Marchwich Junction, hello to you. Clive, hello. Slimer, hello to you, my friend. If anybody else has jumped in and I've missed them, please come say hello. I'm not being ignorant to you. I've literally just missed you. Honestly, I don't get me started on Amazon and their handling of parcels. Yeah, honestly, Amazon are getting. I'm not going to say as bad as Every, because my experience with Every has been absolutely fantastic. I've even been having problems with Royal Mail. But touch wood, Every has been absolutely 100% been spot on with me. Actually, no, I'm going to say 99%. Mav, you know why. Club Eamon, hello, welcome to you. Sorry, Club Eamon, you're getting spanned. Club Eamon, you've been spanned. Excuse me, I'm just in, Brian. Flymo, never apologise. Just turning up is I'm happy with that. I've had at the most about 47 people in the chat. I'm now, 40 people in the chat. I'm now down to 37, probably because of the whinging I've been doing. Oh dear, I think Every is very dependent on your local delivery guy. Mine's excellent. I do agree with you, Tom. To be fair, yeah, I do take my hat off to Every. I know every delivery company have their issues, but Amazon, in my book, are the worst. No, I waffle. That's what I do. I waffle. I don't know. I waffle. So anyway, right. So while people say hello to one another again, there was one other item that did turn up eventually, and let's get rid of this a moment. And this is going to bring me on to my next subject, which I have very loosely mentioned to Mr. X. So first of all, cheers. I'm going to mention this to you now. there will be more mugs coming, but of a new design. But if we get enough people asking if they would like to have this particular design, send us an email, and if we get enough people asking, we may buy more of these too. But there is going to be a new mug, but there will be a new design on there. So watch this space. Yeah, so anyway, train set shop. We have been admittedly very quiet over the festive period and into the new year, which is expected. But one of the items that I purchased, and I've purchased this for me, but I'm also using this for the train set shop too, and that is one of these. Yep, we have now got a remagnetizer. I haven't actually used this yet, so when I've got my workbench set up properly, it can be on the workbench here, ready and waiting. So if anybody has older style locomotives, namely early Hornby and Airfix, Hornby 00, if you've got sluggish trains, despite the fact that you keep them well maintained, chances are the magnets are losing their power. So this means that we will be able to offer a service where we can remagnetize those motors for you and give them a new lease of life. Things look busy. Yes, they certainly do, Ed. And welcome to the channel. I've not seen you around before. It's always nice to see new people. We've jumped back up to 39 now. I've stopped moaning. But yes, it is quite busy. I have both main lines running again. I can quite honestly say now that it's not the track that's the problem, it's the bloody coaches that I've been using. But so everybody, all say hello to Ed, welcome him in. It's always really nice to see new people. Flux capacitor, yes, Andy. So yeah, so the train set shop will be offering remagnetizing of motors as well. Odd. Oil pot just fell off from somewhere. Put that back up there. Anyway, yeah, so the train set shop, although it has been relatively slow, we're still getting work trickling in. But also, it's been a year since we opened. 1 year. And I have to admit, both me and Mr. Rex are extremely proud of that we've actually lasted the whole year. So that's why we're making more mugs of a different design. Mr. Rex is currently in the process of dealing with that. And when he's sorted that out, I might post something on the Facebook group. Have I just seen Effingham? I have. Hello, Effingham. How are you? Welcome to the chat, my friend. All waffles and no iron. Hello, Raymond. Congratulations on your first year, Brian. Thank you very much, John. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, we're still yet to make a profit. Take me glass, put my glass down a minute. I can actually sort of see you. But yeah, yeah, we're still yet to make a profit. We're not making a profit as yet. Any money that has been made has gone back into the company again, and stock levels currently are, I think, quadruple what they were when we first started, which is always a good thing. And yeah, as I said, we're really, really proud of how far we've come so far. Um, we started with just DC, uh, then we started selling DCC also. Um, there has been a couple of people asking whether we would do Engage or any other gauge, and as of now, it's flat out no. We're seriously just going to deal with double O gauge. I know a lot of other companies do the same. So we're not the only ones. David Atkins, hello, welcome to you. I've seen you before, haven't I? So let's give you a spanner. I think this is great. This is. I think I've given out 5 spanners so far tonight, which is fantastic. I think that's a world record. Mm. Oh, I do love my coffee. Um, so I found out that so far this week, Daz, how do Daz? He's given up drinking. So I hope everybody all supports him in sponsoring Coca-Cola. Now he's given Carlin a kick up the butt. But 40 versus 30, hit the like button. You haven't got to hit the like button if you really don't want to. Having 30 likes so far is amazing. It really is. And I've just realised I've still got Christmas cards over here. Oh, there is one other thing I forgot to do too. Hang on, let me finish my coffee. Let me finish my coffee. Right. There is one other thing I forgot to do as well. So, sorry, Tony Northeastern, I've forgotten to change my calendar. So, Tony Northeastern's calendar. What have we got for February? There we go. The station garage. Oh, the Delta in the background. There we go. So that's February at Tony Northeastern. There we go. So I'll hang that back up again. Oh, stretch. Oh, right. So, okay. So that's the train set shop. Oh, right. Let me just have a quick look on here. 73%. Yeah, we're all right. Okay. So layout update. It's a mess. It's an absolute bloody mess. It's everybody who is on the Facebook group will already see the new layout. You know what? I'm going to chance it. Let's unplug you. Let's untether you. There we go. Unplug. Right, come with me and I'll show you the new layout. So what have we been doing? Well, so far, the position that we're at now is I'm at a point where I need to fit points. So you have to excuse the mess because I've got boxes out all over the place, some of which I may explain to you. But here we are. Right, so over here looks relatively normal, but we have now a 5th radius and 4th radius curve. And then as we come round to here, you notice that I've put some cutouts here in the viaduct. I've cut those out because the curvature of the railway here needs to be extended out a little bit more, and it was catching on the trains. So I've cut more than enough room out of there. So that's that sorted out. Jason's B12 is still up here. I've still yet to give that to him. But save on postage, I'm going to hand it to him in person. So the next stage on here is points. I need to fit points. So I've got point motors here ready to wire up. So they'll be going into here. And then as we come over here, you'll notice having to step over wires down here, and step over wires because they're in the wrong places. I need to sort out socket issues. So we've got a Vitrine box out here for the Class 37, and I've got an Airfix kit out here as well. Well, that's box for Simon's train. Simon's trains. That rings a bell. So yeah, there's an Airfix kit out here. That's for another project. Part of that other project is that. And then we got two sidings, one there and one there. Smoky Joe is being used for testing the track. I like using the old tank engines because if these are going to find a fault anywhere, it's usually the tank engines that do, like dead spots and stuff like that. And then over here, we've got a little bit of a junction going on over here as well as the other side there. And then over here is where the other radiuses are here. As you see, I've been using West Hill Wagon Works track setters. They've been an absolute godsend. And then we come over to here, where these two lines here have actually been moved back. They were over here at one point, but they've now been moved back. One of the issues that I did have was this join right here. In hindsight, I should have continued the track from here and carried it all the way round and then joined it over here. But stupidly, I left that join in there, and that was giving me some issues. It's fixed now, but you know, these things are here to try us. And then over here, one of the other problems I had over here was here. There's another join here, and I was getting issues here as well. Completely and totally my fault. I literally just put too much solder in it, and the trains were jumping off. So, yeah, so I've been dealing with that as well. So, we've got one controller set here. The controller this side is controlling line number 2, and then the controller this side is going to be operating the workbench over here, which is currently a mess because I've been sorting out old track and taking sleepers out and stuff like that. One of the things that I have salvaged is the copper strips that I made for the joins. I've salvaged those to use maybe later on. And then over on the other side here, here's the other controller here. So that one is operating line 1, and that one there is going to operate the above line. So if everyone will remember, there was another board about here. That's got to go back in, but I will do that when I put the point motors in on this side. Got that? So the next stage now then is, sorry, wobbling you all around everywhere, you plug you back in again. So the next stage now is to, the next stage now is to fit the point motors, get them wired up. Then I've got to make new mimic panels for both sides. So this side will be of 13 central, and then the other side will be there'll be one this side of the controller, and then one on the other side of the controller. This side will operate the above line, and then the other board on the other side will operate 13 south over here. And there is another panel over here in the other corner. You can actually see it, actually. It's this one here. This one originally was controlling points over here. So what this board here is going to do is it's going to be all the switching and everything that I need for the turntable area. So the controller that which is powering the test bench with a flick of a switch will also control the turntable area there. So that'll be 4 controllers altogether. So back over to the group again, you will have noticed, some people will have noticed already that I've not started but rekindled an old hobby of mine, and that is electrics. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to be building some of these Airfix kits that I've got. This one mainly being an MGB Roadster. And what I'm going to do with those is I'm going to reuse old Skeletric chassis, fit them into those so that I've got like old MGBs or something of a like running around on a Skeletric truck. I am going to touch on this very quickly because obviously this is about trains, not about Skeletrics. But there again, waffle time, you end up talking about all sorts of things, don't you? So yeah, one of the reasons why I've done this is because, as we all know, occasionally we all get a little bit of a reduction in our mojos. And with the problems that I've been having with the layout, my mojo has slowed. Although progress is still happening, not as quickly as I would have liked it to have done. Dino, hello. I don't think I said hello to you, Dino, but hello. Oh, Mark's here as well there. Hello, Mark. The other half of Lisa. Yeah, so currently I'm going to be building a Skeletrics track up in my attic where I was going to originally build Trinity Central Mark II. One of the reasons for this is firstly, Skeletrics don't suffer with track expansion as railways do. And although it is still track, and I do have to deal with things like rust and stuff like that, I'm thinking that the attic space is probably an ideal place for it. I have enough track to build quite a large layout, and it isn't going to be just track. I'm going to be adding scenery to it as well, I think. And you wouldn't be surprised, but I've named it the Finneton Circuit. So those of you who probably don't know, especially your newbies, Finneton Central is the central part of Finshire in Finland, not Finland, Finland. 2 N's. And yeah, Finland is up here in my head, and Finland needs a racetrack. Albeit of a completely different scale, but yeah. So if anybody wants to join me in, if any of you want to support me in that, then go for it. I've got to show you this. I bought a brand spanking new car. I've got to show you. I bought a brand spanking new car, and you won't believe this, but I bought it from Scalextrics. I bought it from Scalextrics. And when I saw the price of it, I hit the buy it now button straight away. Didn't even think about it because I wanted one anyway. And when I saw the price of it, I couldn't believe it. Oh, why is it gone quiet? Oh, Simon, the train had a bit of a wobbly there. Those of you who are old enough to remember, this is Car from Knight Rider. I'm going to be doing a review on this from my new channel. So I'm not going to go too much into it, but one thing I am going to tell you now is the person that sat in the driver's seat of said car is going. So car mostly drove on its own. So I'm getting rid of the person that's inside it. It's the only modification I'm making. But the detail on this is absolutely fantastic. And would you believe it? Scalextrics was selling this, right, for $56.99. That's the retail price at Scalextrics. I saw this in my local model shop for $49.99, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And then I don't know what I was doing. I was hovering around on the internet, and I come across Scalextrics' website. And I saw how much they were selling this for, and I instantly bought it. $19.99. I kid you not. $19.99 for a brand spanking new car. I had a look on their website, and there is not one car being sold at that price anywhere on the whole site. So I was very lucky to find that. So that's one of the new cars for the new channel. But yeah, if any of you are all as old as me, you will appreciate that quite a lot. Was that a 78 Firebird? David. No, it was not. It was a 1982 Firebird. Come on, the 1978 one was the one that was like the one in Smokey and the Bandit. It's 1982 Firebird. Come on. Tim, I don't remember saying hello to you. I'm so sorry, but hello, and Captain Static. Hello. Yeah, Captain Static actually offered to help me out the static glass applicator when I'm ready. And he's going to give me a few tips on how to use it. So yeah, so absolutely 100%. When I'm ready for it, Captain, I will be asking you for some help on that one, because we don't call you Captain Static for nothing. Okay, right. I'm just going to quickly run back in the chat. Kit's evil twin, exactly right, Dino. Kit is all black. He is Tim. Car is black and white. No, Tim, is black and silver. And then it'll be a little bit geeky because it is, in my opinion, probably one of the greatest television programs I ever watched in the 80s. Timber Surf has now added a link to the Finnerton circuit. So if anybody wants to follow me with that, I would really appreciate it. I know there's going to be other people who are heavily into the hobby that will probably end up subscribing. So it gives us all a chance to mingle, I suppose. Um, no, Airwolf is definitely second. Airwolf is definitely second. Knight Rider is definitely the top one. But Car featured in Knight Rider twice. I'm so sorry for being geeky. He started out in Trust Doesn't Rust as an all black car with a red scanner, exactly the same as Pitt. But then when he was rediscovered again in Kit versus Car, they decided that, Carr decided that he wanted to change his appearance because he didn't want to look like Kit anymore. But he also had a yellow scanner, which was affected by the salt in the sand from where he'd been buried for 2 years. I'm going to stop geeking out now because I'm going to bore you to tears. But there's not a lot about Knight Rider I really don't know. And yes, I do follow Knight Rider historians heavily. Still can't believe they found the semi. Anyway, what about Street Talk? Street Talk was okay. Street Talk was okay. Okay. Top five. Top five. Knight Rider, Airwolf, 18, Street Hawk, Dukes of Hazard. There we go. Mav, two cars you need: a blue roll center, per car roll. Don't know that. I don't know what you're trying to say to me there, Mav. Le Mans car and a black and yellow mono sponsored Mons. Don't know what you mean there either. Both real cars and graphics designed by yours truly. Oh, Pescarolo. Pescarolo. Mav, you'll have to take some photographs. And you need to also explain as well. You can't just drop that in the chat and then leave it at that. I praise Captain Static for doing my layout scenery far better than I could ever do. Raymond, I used to watch Knight Rider when I was a kid. So did I. Reruns. I watched them all from 1982 to 1986. Brian, stop geeking. Okay. Oh dear. I liked my films as well. The Goonies is up there. That's the top film of the 1980s. Andy, try getting a hold of a General Lee for less than £150. Oh, that sounds like a good challenge, doesn't it? I don't particularly want one, but if I find one, I'll get one. I'll sort some pics out for you, Brian. Pronounced Pescarol, and Mosler. Okay. Cat Dog. Cat Dog was a strange concept role. Cat Dog. You heard doorbell. Entertain yourselves for a moment. I will be back shortly. Get yourself a coffee as well. Oh, sorry about that, people. Sorry about that. Sorry, wife required some assistance. Anyway, Kyle, hello, welcome to you. Willow Creek. Oh, Willow Creek. Willow Creek. Willow Creek. Oh, Brad. I hope that's Brad. um. Okay. DC is awesome. Yes, it is. Rock on, DC. Bacon and mushrooms, please, David. Has David been doing the bacon and butties as he while I've been away? Tom, hello, welcome, my friend. Oh dear, right. Let's see. Is that Amazon box? What's that you on about here? Right, Carl saying hello to people. When I buy a kit that is meant to make multiple versions, I keep an extra part and decal signs for all the stuff. That way I don't have to buy German advertising posters. Clever idea. Just stuff sound in an old time 260. Cool. Will we be seeing that on Sunday? Uh, yeah, I'm so sorry about this, Brad. There are two channels, both of which begin with a W. One is Colin and one is you, Brad. And they keep getting you both mixed up. I'm DCC fitting my turntable tomorrow. Oh, nice one. Will you be doing a video on that, Chris? A bit of brown sauce and hash browns. Could hear it from the house roll. I can almost taste it. Alan, born DC. I run DC. I'll finish DC. That's me. WRL. I might do a short or something once it's done. Yeah, excellent. It'd be an idea for you to do a video on it as well if you get time to, Chris. Just show everybody how you've done it. Mav, I've sent you some pictures of cars on Messenger. I will have a look later then. So, cheers everybody. Got a coffee topple. Lovely. Okay, right. What time is it? Oh, okay, we've been going an hour. Oh, so what's everybody got planned this weekend? Are you doing anything? Now I'm hungry. Okay. Go make a bacon soda, David. Are you still able to have a look at my non-running Hatton's pink class, Brian? Oh, got it. Yes, Mark. I did say I would have a look at it. So when you're ready, mate, send it over. I think you've got my address already, buddy. But if you need it again, let me know. I'll send it over to you. I'd be seriously interested in that. I have to fit one myself soon. Oh, there you go, Chris. You've got some people who are very interested in it. Tim, fitting the turn scene back on the layout, Brian, and testing and relay track. Oh, bloody hell. Tim, I'm going to have to come over and have a look then. I'm working on a mountain currently, and that's my weekend project. That sounds cool, Kyle. By the way, if any of you are on the Facebook group, and especially those of you who are telling me that you're doing bits and pieces this weekend, post them on the group. We all want to see what you've been doing. And your bridge sides are now cut, Chris. Oh, okay, cool. He's been doing some 3D printing for Chris. Putting my feet up, why don't you? I suppose you've got a nice cup of tea and some shortbread as well, haven't you? Lyndon, I've got 4 videos in the pipeline, but need to get rid of the chest infection first. Copying on videos, no, isn't good. No, it isn't, is it? Work tomorrow's, obviously. Cross running session in the afternoon. Oh, someone's got to do morning mass, haven't they? Harris Tweed, hello, welcome to you. You're a local, aren't you, Harris? How are you, my friend? There you are. Harris, you have been officially spannered. No, Brian, stop pushing the wrong studying button. Bear with me a second. Hang on a minute. Where are you? That's the button you want. There you go, Harris. You've now been spammed. Right. Excellent. Right. What else have we been up to? He's putting his feet up. He's got a chest infection. He's doing a running session. Richard is hoping to sort out my Hornby Evening Star I dropped. Oh dear. Well, Richard, if you need any spare parts, let me know. I may have something. Oh, speaking of Evening Star, was it Evening Star? Yeah, it is Evening Star. Chris, how did you get on with those wheels? I'm just connecting the 12-volt DC motor from my DCC bus. The old DCC chip. So an old DCC chip. Oh, I see, Chris. Yeah. I got you, mate. Do it, Brian. Let me know when you want to pop round. Awesome, Tim. Okay, cool. Flymo saying hello to Harris. Tom saying hello to Richard. Lisa is building Metcalf kits. And I'm working on the village whilst watching Hot Dog Pilots live stream. Cool. Again, both of you, put it in the Facebook group. I want to see what you've all been doing. Good idea on the running session, David. I'm hoping to work on the layout tomorrow after Andy's live. Andy's saying no pressure. Moira. Sorry, Maura. Maura. I do apologise for pronouncing your name on Maura. I'm making a GAA field and details. Ooh. Very interesting. Well, Maura, you know what I mean? Get it on the Facebook group. Looking forward to fixing them, Alan. John, what kit is Lisa going to do, Mark? Good question. Cool, thank you, Brian. Yes, I've got your address. I will try and send it to you in the week if I can. Yeah, no problem, Mark. Just tell me when you've sent it so I know when to expect it. Where did you get your cable rolls from, Brian? Have I got the first lot? These ones here, I can't remember. I got them from a model show somewhere, but these ones, got a few colours of these. I got these from DMG Electech. That's where I got them from. They do a lot of exhibitions. I got these at the Stafford Model Show last year. So I've got all the companies that I've used hung up over here. But that's the company that I got them from. Very well priced as well. If I remember rightly, I think they were less than a tenner. I think they were per roll, but don't quote me on that. I can't remember. So this weekend I'm working 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. I also need to get around to filming the video for my channel. I've been struggling to get back into it again. Well, yeah, we know about that. Matt, how are you anyway? How have you been? Because I know you've been seriously ill. And with the issues you have, mate, I feel your pain. My wife's had it. It's not nice. But I do hope that you are getting better. Well, you will get better soon. You will. Just stick to that diet. And we'll finish scratch building Lookout Tower for my nephew's Warhammer. Oh, okay, I need to visit a Warhammer shop. I need some Citadel paints. This is the only place I can actually buy them from. This weekend I'll mostly be eating beans, so you're going to be farting an awful lot then, are you? Just like Grace did. That's a long day, Mav. It certainly is a long day. John, she's building 3 crofters cottages for the village. Oh, okay. I'm hoping to finally get to the platform. Trying to get the platform finished for the new station. That sounds cool, Mark. Much smoother than the old wheel set, Brian. Oh, okay. Where? Okay. High fiber diet, Mora. What? And oh right, I see. Lots of people have called me a spanner over the years. Well, yeah, me included, Harris. But in this chat, everybody are all spanners. So we're all equal. Mav, Richard, you damaged a 9F seriously? Question mark. To the rack with you. Mav is very passionate about 9Fs. I'm glad your live stream isn't in smell-o-vision, Andy. Andy Dobson, hello, welcome, my friend. How are you? Finton, oh, great, cracking. Tim Bishop put me into the Facebook group. Um, so, yeah, if any of you are already in the Facebook group, please share with us what you've been doing your layout. I've noticed a lot just lately. A lot of people are just posting video uplinks to their YouTubes. Although I don't mind that at all in the slightest, but it's keeping me a bit samey. I like people to show me what they've been up to. The Facebook group isn't just about me. It's about everybody who's in that group as well. It's all part of the community. As Jason Griffiths always says, bringing the community together. He created the whole concept, so in my opinion. Oh, Dave's got to go. Yeah, David, take care, my friend. God bless, my friend. Right, people will say hello to people, invite people. Thanks, Brian. No worries, Tim. Actually, Tim, thinking about it, I didn't even know why I didn't think about it, but I've also bought signals from them as well. Very good value these are. 5 signals for $14.99. Oh, hang on, I bought something else off them as well. I've got it down here. It's not just mine, but me and Mr. X bought a packet each. Well, a packet between us. So I've got to split this with Mr. X, but we also bought those as well. That's for the other station when I put the top level back on. So these are currently sat in a drawer there, safely out the way. I have only ever had problems with plastic wheels on a few occasions. I tend to have a lot of problems with silver seal wheels. The axles bend over time. It's probably just how the plastic degrades, and the wheels end up doing that. So, of course, when they're rotating, they're doing that a lot. Thanks, Brian. I'm certainly improving, but life has changed. I'm sure it has, Matt. But I do feel for you, my friend. I really do. So if you ever want to chat, you know where I am, mate. Has it gone from molehill to mountain, Kyle? Oh, I see. Thanks, Matt. I went to find that and got immediately sidetracked. So my fingers not working tonight. Yes, I know. Right at the back. Oh, some very vicious rumours. Still a molehill, Andy, working on the cardboard strips as we speak. I've just done a friend request, Mark. Brilliant. You have trains running. Can we see what you have done? Yeah, I'll give you a quick tour around, Andy. I know there's a few other people that have turned up since I last did the update, but you know me, I don't mind doing it. So yeah, give me a minute, Andy, and I will go through it again for you. Timbers has put a link up to a company, Farnell. Probably the cheapest source for wire than Far East. Okay, we'll have a look at that. I'll be sending out scratch and sniff cards. Oh dear God. Is it 2402? I think it's 7 something. Was written down somewhere. $702. Uh, yeah, I think that is 10 meters. I think I'm not sure. Um, are they bean flavored, Andy? Oh, oh. Now, 100 meters. Oh no, I think it's the 100-meter ones I bought. Yes, it is. I bought the 100-meter ones. Um, CPC sell at Far East prices and quality. Okay, the Franel Group. I will look them up and get all electronics from them. Okay. Okay, Adam, bit sore on the old arm, but plodding along well. Oh dear, Andy, what's the matter with your arm, pal? I keep having a look at the train. It makes me nervous. I keep expecting the derailments, but you know, they've been running for almost an hour and a half. Oh, what's my... Actually, no, they haven't. Should we call it an hour since the derailment? um, 702 for droppers, 16.2 for bus, or 24.2 even thicker. Yeah, I think these are 16. These are 16. That's 7. These ones I bought for the point motors. Bought those for point motors. Um, and these, I bought these for track power. Track power and what else did I buy for it? Track power. I think it could actually be the main power from the point motors as well. And then I've got orange and yellow between the switches. I think something like that. I can't remember now. It's always good to have multiple colours. Farnell are good. I buy from them basically everything you need and much more. Trade prices too. Yeah, okay. I've been using CPC for 20 plus years. I didn't even know CPC was still going. I used to buy car parts from them. If it's the same company. Well, when I say car parts, I mean things like starter motors and alternators. Back in the old days. Actually, I think I bought an alternator for my Maestro from them. I think. Oh dear. Willow Creek. Just joined the Facebook group team. Oh, brilliant, Brad. Thank you very much. I will say though, if anybody does join, please answer the questions because if you don't, you automatically get deleted. Um, it's the questions are really simple and they're just there just to stop bots. That's all we're there for. RS components. Yeah, I've used RS components myself back in the old days. Uh, I was at the Southampton Model Railway exhibition on Sunday. The fire alarm went off and everybody had to leave the building. God, that was terrifying, I bet. Was it a false alarm? I take it was a false alarm, Simon. Question 1. Are you DC or DCC? If that's a question for me, Mark, I'm DC. Well, I have a DCC controller here for testing locos. Lucky it was a false alarm. Oh, that's good news then, Simon. Well, did somebody accidentally push the fire alarm button or something? I used to do that at school. We used to do all sorts of things to try and get out of going into different lessons. Well, I'll now go under the name UARC. Okay. Sorry, Brian. Was the question for joining the group in a jokish way? Oh, I see. No idea what happened, but as we were going back in, the heavens came down, a lot of rain. Oh God! Saw that in your video. Some I dare say the place isn't used to is used to the heat of so many people. Or maybe did someone push the alarm button? Probably somebody pushed the alarm button. Oh dear. Yeah, anyway, so for those of you that have recently joined, I'll go back through the update. Right. Okay. So apologies to everybody that's already heard this already once, but we all know that I end up doing this at least twice in the live stream. You know, over a 2-hour period, you get all the people joining in, and they have absolutely no idea what's going on. So, okay, so tonight we have the Class NY European locomotive running, which was gifted to me by SJ Train World Simon. And we also have my new to me Vise Trains Class 37 running tonight as well. The European locomotive is pulling a rake of maroon coaches, and the Class 37 is moving the only 2 Airfix coaches that have not caused me any problems. There were 5, but the Hornby ones got thrown off. So anyway, so over here we have our new radiusing. So I've rebuilt the layout basically from this point here all the way around to the turntable. Okay, so this is now a 5th radius curve. That's a 4th radius curve. Going round to the first junction here. These 2 lines are going to be going off up to the top line, and I have a helix that goes all the way around the whole layout until it comes to the top, and then there's a loop at the top when I finally put the lid back on. Anyway, after the first junction we've got here, we've got two lines coming down here. They are my sidings there, and then I've got the two main lines here as well. If you remember, there were an absolute shed load of lines coming down here, and it was giving me way too many problems. So I properly thinned it out, and I feel that two sidings is enough. Okay, so the next, well, I mean, I haven't told anybody this actually. There is a mistake I've made, and I don't know how I managed to do it. But over here, you got your main line here, okay, for main line 1, which goes over a crossing here into the first siding here. The problem being is that first siding connects to the main line on the second line. So every time I throw that point over there, I'm causing a short. So it's an easy fix. It's an easy fix. So I've still got to cut the two lines here, so I can have on-off switches in these so that they don't accidentally turn on. And then over here, over at this point here, I'm going to be putting two plastic fish plates in there, and that will completely cut that off altogether. I think, anyway. Yeah, I think so, anyway. But I do need to isolate it from the other light so it doesn't short. What a dickhead. Anyway. And then over here, we've got this other radius here. Again, that's the 5th radius across the top, and that is the 4th radius across the inside edge there. I've purchased a static grass kit from WWS, and I've also bought a remagnetizer as well, which I'm also going to be using on the train set shop as part of our service. So anybody needs motors remagnetizing, the servicing starts at £10, and I will be charging £5 for a remag as part of the service. But if it's just a remag you need, I'm going to be charging £10. Can't say no fairer than that. But that was an investment. Bought it brand new. It is a reproduction model. It's very reminiscent of the old Hornby 00 remagnetizer, but it's actually a reproduction model. I think these used to be made from Meccano, but these are just plastic covers that go over the top just to give the illusion that it's the same still. We have a proper power pack connected to here as well. And yeah, you know, it's been done very well. It's been done very, very well. So this is brand spanking new. This is, which is unbelievable because if you do find old Hornby 00 remagnetizers, they actually cost more than new ones do. So yeah, highly recommend these. I actually bought that from eBay, from a company that make them, and they only sell them on eBay. So yeah, so that's pretty much it really at the moment. For those of you that have just joined, I've been fighting over the past hour before the live stream, trying to get everything all running properly. I'm still getting derailments, and I had to fix a couple of small issues on both lines. Um, and then found another one with the short. Still can't believe I done that. Um, hmm, need to rectify that somehow. Anyway, so that's that. Um, Anybody has any questions at all about the layout, please ask, and I will try and answer them. WWS gift box, yes, it was, yeah. Uh, Everyone, but need to say my goodbyes now. It's been great chatting to you all. Thanks for live stream, Brian. I'll catch up uh, on the rest tomorrow. Yeah, no problem, Matt. You take it easy, mate. I know it's not been easy for you, Carl. But we love you. If you need to talk, you know where I am. Okay, any time of the day. Although you'll struggle to get me after 1 o'clock in the evening. Um, okay, so everyone's all saying goodbye to Matt. Right, okay, so that's a huge price difference from CPC, mate. Yeah, okay. Yes, mate. Get everything from them: switches, lamps, electronics, wire, servos, tools, you name it. Oh, okay. I will go and have a visit. What's your experience of those crossovers, Brian? Um, my experience with the crossovers are actually pretty good, to be honest with you, Tim. I do recommend you use Pico. Um, Although, I think every track has its issue, especially with me, because most of my stuff I buy second hand. Um, I have another double slip here, which I bought off Dave Angel. Um, and because he was asking, reasonably good price for this, £20, I bought it as a spare. And I'm having some issues down here at the moment over on the west, on the east side of Finnerton Central. Excuse me. So so yeah, I bought this as a spare. The one that's in there currently, it was one of two that are currently in there. I only paid £10 for two of them, and I thought that was an absolute bargain. And I have got the one issue over here, but I think it's something I might have done at some point or another. So I need to deal with that in the near future. But at the minute, it's not causing any issues. So as long as it's not causing issues, it's staying put, because it's going to be a right mare to get that out there again. Right, okay. I'm the online buying guru. Read cheapskate. Before searching for anything, check out my link page at Loomstonia. Yeah, do that, everyone, because it does have some really good information on there. But Timber, put a link up to Tim Scale as well, please, my friend. You can do that anyway, just as a matter of course. Just keep advertising your company, my friend. Advertise it as much as you like. Not cheap, so send to Brian. No, I think that particular one, I think, cost me just shy of 130 quid. For what it is, it's bloody expensive. I've been wanting one for years, and I was hoping I could find one at the right price. But then when I learned that these reproduction models were being sold at less than the original ones were, and of course, the longer I've waited, the higher price it's gone. I had the money, so I bit the bullet and I bought one. And yeah, so yeah, well happy with that. Oh, Matt Slade. Hello, Matt. How are you, my friend? How are you keeping? I don't get to see you on here very often. Just reading the chat. Give me a second. People saying hello to Matt. Holly said, "How Smudge Walker and Gus?" The two boys are absolutely pinged off that there's a dog downstairs. They practically live upstairs now. They don't come downstairs at all. Um, which is a bloody shame, really, because I miss having the cats around downstairs. But hey, we make these stupid decisions. The dog, he's doing fine. He's still a pain in the ass. But every day he's getting increasingly better. He knows how to sit now. He knows how to fetch. Still learning recall at the moment. So I don't let him off the lead anywhere because if I do, he'll just keep running. um, but yeah, he's doing all right. He's doing all right. We're getting there slowly. So yeah. Um, I tried booking tickets. I tried booking a ticket Cyber Trades, but had no luck, and the sales were suspended by the evening. Yeah, right. I've seen them, Raymond. They sometimes do a good deal on them on AliExpress, where I have a few now. Okay. Money can get in the way of lots of things. Yes, it certainly can. I didn't get a chance as I was at work. Yeah, okay. Cyber Trades is me. What is Cyber Trades then? Cheers, John. We still learning and taking our time, but we get there. We'll get there one day. Yeah. Another thing as well with the Facebook group. If anybody has any questions, it doesn't matter how silly you think it might be. Um, Please just ask the question. Somebody will answer. Um, Everybody are a real nice bunch of people on the group, and everybody will help each other out in one way or another if they can. But yeah, it's become a really nice group, um, and so yeah, on the group you will get updates on Peninsula Central a lot each and every month. You probably get to find out what's going on before it comes out on YouTube. There's some things that I mention that never make it to YouTube. So if you're interested, or heavily interested in what I'm doing here on the layout, then yeah, please go and join the Facebook group, where you'll probably discover a lot more. The train set shop is heavily advertised on there as well. So any updates, everybody finds out first on the group. If anybody wants to share their favorite model shop, or they bought something they think is really good value and they want to share it with everybody else, you can share links of that to the group as well, as often as you like. Your YouTube channel. If you really need to sell something, then contact me personally on the as Philliton Central on Facebook. Facebook, get your words out. And we can discuss what it is that you want to sell. I don't mind people selling stuff on my group, but what I do mind is people taking the piss. And I'm going to touch on that a little bit in a minute, because it's getting a little bit out of control. I think I best leave and get a good night's sleep now. Been a good stream, Brian. Good night, everyone, and have a good one. Okay, Ruben, take care, my friend. Thank you very much for joining. Simon FJ Trains is going as well, so take care, Simon. Have a good evening, my friend. Yeah, I will. I have been monitoring what people have been selling for quite a while now. And I hate to say this, but eBay and Facebook, people need their heads looking at. They really do. And the prices of items is getting to a point now where, and I'm going to say it, people are taking the piss. They really are. You know, I've seen people selling, like the Hornby Tornado, for instance. I've seen people selling those for over 120 quid. You know, and obvious reasons, a lot of people are not buying them. I've seen auctions ending with no bids whatsoever because people are taking the piss. And there's nothing I can do about it other than, if you're going to buy something, let it shop around first. You know, I've said it before. I mean, this is why we created the train set shop. It's that people could buy in confidence, knowing full well that what they buy is, you know, a reasonable model, you know, for its age. You know, you're going to get slight faults anyway with older stuff. But you know, you've got things like Flying Scotsman, for argument's sake. The old Hornby Triang tooling. So back in the 1970s, the Flying Scotsman back in the 70s. We currently have one for sale on the train set shop in a box, and I can't remember how much we're asking for it. You know what? I'm going to have a quick look. So I can't see the chat for a second, so bear with me a minute. Let me just log into the train set shop. Right, Flying Scotsman. Flying Scotsman in a box in almost perfect condition. The decals have faded a little bit on it, but that's just down to age. I'm asking £35 for it. It's been fully serviced. It's been fully cleaned. It's ready. All you got to do is just put it on your track and off it will go. No problems whatsoever. People are selling those, and I've seen them. People are selling them for 50 quid or more. I've actually, I wish I'd screenshot it there, but I've actually seen one going for as much as £60. And people selling it for that price, they want their teeth kicking in because they're blatantly trying to rip people off. So if you're buying anything at all, please just just be careful. Just be careful. You know, Mallard is another one. Oh, Mallard, crying out loud. Right, we're selling a Mallard, DCC ready, £60. Yes, I am advertising. What the hell? We're selling one for £60. It's not the perfect model by any stretch of the imagination. You know, it's a bit play worn, um, but it's a perfect runner. It really is. And I'm selling that at £60 in its original box. I've seen the same model being sold for 120 quid. I kid you not. I can go into a model shop tomorrow and I can buy a brand spanking new Railroad Hornby Mallard for 130 quid. And people are selling second-hand ones for over £100. So please, just be careful what you're buying, honestly. And again, shop around first. You know, if it's something you really, really want, then fair enough. You know, if you're prepared to pay that price for it, then that's absolutely fair enough. But at the train set shop, we're not taking the piss. In fact, if anything, some of those items, I kid you not, we're barely making any profit at all in. But we're keeping it at a low price because we want you to have something at a reasonable price. And yeah, just be careful, please. Just be careful. I've seen one tonight actually, Smoky Joe. There we are, Smoky Joe. We've sold one of these on the website for about 15 quid. And there's not really a great deal to these old models. I mean, there is a newer model out now, but people are looking at the newer models, assuming that's one they've got, and then putting that price on. I wouldn't pay any more than £20 for something like this, me personally. But if I'm paying £20 for something like this, I expect it to be clean. I expect it to be in a box, and I expect it to be serviced. And there's one on eBay. It's covered in dust. He says it runs in forwards direction, but not in backwards properly. It's very sluggish running backwards. He wants 20 quid for it. And it's in an absolute disgusting blooming state. It really is. I mean, this is my own personal one, this is. Sorry, this one's not for sale. But yeah, people are taking the piss. They really are. And I'm getting really annoyed with it. Really annoyed. And somebody hit the nail on the head recently. I'm just going to get back out of this again, go back into the chat. But yeah, I was speaking to a trader recently, and we were on the subject of prices, and he turned around and said to me, I don't know what to sell this at, but I'm going to sell it at this price because that's what everybody's paying right now. That's the sort of price that's going on eBay. I'm thinking, hang on a minute. I worked out what the problem was. Oh, you bought Smoky Joe off me, did you, Mark? Maura, I love Smoky Joe. I do. I worked out what the problem was. And the problem is us. We're the problem. We're the reason why the cost of second-hand items is going up and up and up and up. Because we're paying the prices. If we stop spending ridiculous amounts of money on second-hand items. Um, these traders who are selling it at extortionate prices will bring their prices down. If they're not selling it, they'll bring their prices down. Simple as that. They've got to earn a living. So the only way to get traders to drop their prices, don't buy from extortionate traders. A case in point was at Worley last year. There was one trader at Worley actually no, there was two traders at Worley last year, and I stood back and watched, and everybody, thankfully, looking around their wares and walking away. There was not very many people stood looking at them. They do what I do. They'll see a price, and they think if that price is too expensive, they'll walk away. They won't even bother looking at anything else. And this idiot was selling, and I kid you not, two Hornby, original 1970s Hornby HSTs, BR Blue, with two BR Blue Mark II coaches, and he wanted 90 quid for it. Would you be surprised it's still there at the end of the day? An idiot. So you've got to be really, really careful, because there are people out there who will deliberately con you. And it's very hard to manage. But people like Worley, for instance, I'm just using you as a typical example because of what I've witnessed. If you see anybody trading and asking a ridiculous price for something, knowing full well the HST, for instance, is wrong, okay? Everybody knows that the Mark III coaches in a set, not Mark IIs. And if they're asking that much money for it, they should tell them, sorry, but leave. Leave, because you are blatantly trying to rip off our customers. Yeah. So to all you event people out there, okay, help us out, please. Help us out, right? And start governing the people who are selling items. And if you think that they're selling items that are way too expensive, come off, yeah? F them off, yeah? Get them out that bloody door and tell them to get on their way. Because bad enough of it. I mean, it comes to a point where at Worley, I actually said to the guy, I said, you taking the piss with that? And walked away. Yeah, I'm going to start really annoying people. I really am, because I've had enough. I've had enough of people conning you lot. Had enough of it. It's something I'm really, really passionate about, and I hate using that word. But it is. It's something that me and you need to clamp down on. Right? We need to stop these people from conning us. There is a trader at toy fairs who asks ridiculous prices. You'll know who he is because he's local round here, but he goes to local shows round here and very rarely has any prices on anything. If you see a guy at a trade show, okay, you see a guy at a toy fair, you see a guy at a toy fair, he doesn't have any prices on his stuff, just walk away, because that's the idiot that's selling stuff at ridiculously expensive prices. But yeah, honestly, I do feel like I want to name and change some of these people, but I feel I might get in trouble for it. So I won't. I might point the finger. Don't go to them. Me and Mr. X, we had a proper discussion as we always do with the train set shop, and we do talk about heavily the pricing of everything. And in some cases, uh, I mean, at one point this year, we actually did fall into that trap of, oh, they're selling it at that price. Let's sell it at, say, like 10 quid cheaper or something like that. And we found ourselves comparing our prices to other people, and pricing to suit. And we've stopped doing that now. Um, we're still checking other people's prices out, but we're selling them at a price that we feel is acceptable. Um, so I will preach about it almost every single month. But if you buy from us, I can 100% guarantee you it will come to you clean, serviced, and if there's parts missing, I will try and replace those parts before I sell them. Things like, like buffers and hooks and stuff like that on the couplings. It's very rare we sell anything that's got parts missing. If we do buy stuff that has got parts missing and we can't get them, we'll just put them to one side until we do find the spare parts for them. But yeah. Anyway, jump off my high horse and see what everyone's been saying. Right, okay. And I'm aware that I'm running over a little bit here. Don't buy from shops, shows, eBay, go to toy fairs or Brian's website. Thank you very much, Timber. But I completely and totally agree with him. At least Brian is trustworthy and doesn't rip you off like eBay, etc. Thank you very much, John. I'm trying my best, but because prices are going up so high, me and Mr. Rex are finding it very difficult to buy items at reasonable prices. We do have a trader that we buy some of our stuff from, and you know, we are very, very grateful to them for that. If it wasn't for them, I don't think we'd be still here. I really don't. I think we genuinely would be absolutely struggling. Another thing we mentioned as well, sorry, I did say I was going to go back in the chat. Another thing we did say as well is we're not going to do any more discounts. Like summer discounts and stuff like that. We're not going to do it anymore because our prices are priced at a point where it's practically a sale all year round, so we don't need to. So yeah, that's what we've decided. So whatever the price is on the website, that's what it is. I don't think I can sell the shop any better than that, really. I really can't, And if you feel at any point or another that we're selling something and you think that that's really expensive, tell me, right? Just tell me, okay? And I will look into it. Overpriced train sets are always at shows. Yes, they are, Raymond. At least, Brian, yeah, I read that already. I got a good deal with a purchase recently. I got it for £60 and saw it at a show for £70. Yeah, there was, I can't remember who it was now, but at the cruise show, there was a stall next to Jason's stand, and they were selling a Hellion Class 47. And they were asking £120 for it. Mr. Rex bought the exact same model from Anorax Anonymous for I think it was £60, 55, £60, something like that. Practically half of what the other company was selling them for. Again, no surprise, it was still there at the end of the show. So at least some of you are savvy enough to know that if people are selling something really expensive, walk away from them. Just walk away from them. And if you're brave enough, like me, go and tell the event organisers that they're taking the piss, because they won't have them back again the next year, hopefully. I I read that one. I got a US battery 460 for £70 on eBay. I am I'm passionate about not getting ripped off. Totally agree with that. The amount of set track at exhibitions where folk have bought a set and into the track as a whole set was cheaper than making up a loco and rolling stock. Yeah, I agree. And so some call me savvy, others call me cheapskate. I, I, I just call you clever. There's a seller that keeps trying to sell an unboxed East Germany battery O scale set for over $111. Operating status unknown. Yeah, okay, I get that. I hate it when they do not. I hate when they do not put prices on things. Yeah, me too, Richard. If it comes to a point where you have to ask somebody how much is that, just walk away. I say clued up timber. Completely agree there. A bloke at Spalding still got the MGRs for £12. He had them all year. See, some of these people are really stubborn because the amount of money they paid for them, they'll just leave them there until some idiot comes along and buys them. But if the event organisers get wise to these people and tell them to leave, then they won't be at these shows anymore. And it's between us and event organisers that can help combat this and stop it from happening. There's also a Marklin steam passenger set with K-Track from the 1980s. Some sellers at the same show keeps trying to sell them at $350. Operating status unknown is mint condition though. Yeah, I know. Is it in mint condition and running, or does it not work? It can't be in mint condition and not working, can it? The key is to shop around and do your research. Totally agree. I got 11 ARC wagons for 90 quid off a friend of the club, and they're £20 each on eBay. See, sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. Brian needs to do DCC on his website. Tim, we do DCC on our website. Go and have a look. Mallard is DCC ready. Tornado is DCC ready. We have a brand new old stock locomotive on the website currently, which is DCC ready. And that is an absolute bargain, that is. So we do DCC ready items, and if you want anything and it isn't DCC ready, we can convert it. Most of them we can convert. Most of them. Yeah, quite right, Brian. You do a great job, Brian. A credit to the model railway community. I'm not. I'm not asking for any sort of recognition for this, John. I'm just making everybody aware that there are some real nasty traders out there, and they need to be stopped. Um, they think they can just come along to toy fairs and exhibitions and sell their wares um, at extortionate prices and think that they can get away with it. We need to put a stop to that. And I don't mean you walking up to somebody like I did, perhaps maybe, and tell them that they're taking the piss. That's probably not the right way of doing it. But making event organisers aware of it. Um, and get them to clamp down on it. Them and people who have the power to stop these people, we don't. We just need to make them aware of that. And I think if we do that, I think this community will be a better place. It really will, genuinely. It's like my website. I know I keep going back to it, but it's like my website. We have a list of trusted traders on our website. There are 4 people on there currently. Okay. We are planning adding more. So when you do go on our website, not only are we trying to sell you a product which is at a fair price, we're also pointing you in the direction of other people who play fair too, if you know what I mean. We have 2 3D printing companies. TimberSurf is one of them with Tim Scale. Jeff Friedman, Scale 3D, he's another one. Model shops, we've got Dave Angel Trains on there. And we've also got Elaine's Trains on there as well. I couldn't recommend those companies enough. I really couldn't. And they don't pay any money for their companies to be advertised on our website. We do it completely for free. And I think that's how it should be. We all need to look after each other, don't we? And I think that's the thing. I think is we need to look after each other, and we need to clamp down on these people who are trying to con other people. There are people out there who don't know what they're looking for, and they'll just buy it because they want it, not realising they could have probably got it cheaper elsewhere, and guarantee it works. I'm actually glad I've been able to help you with your website in the past. Tim, I know you've donated a lot of stuff to the website, and it is very, very appreciated. And that's what we ask of people. If you've got something you're willing to give to us for free, it is very, very appreciated. Even if it's just a bunch of spare parts. I've got a box down here full of wheels that I had off one of you guys, Graham. Graham gave me a load of spare wheels, and that's helped. I've had cupping hooks. Someone gave me a bag of cupping hooks not so long ago. That helps too. So spare parts always help. I've got boxes full of spare parts from people. Jason Griffiths, Barnabas Junction, he gave me a bag full of stuff for one day, and I put, I think, 4 locomotives back together out of those spare parts. And I was able to sell them at a reasonable price as well. We're Anoraks Anonymous they are absolutely fantastic. They really are. We're going to have a chat to them, to be honest, because we'd like to put them on our website too. But we'd like to talk to these people in person first before we do them. But anyway, let's just try and get through the chat because I do want to try and wrap this up now, really. Saw an article that collectibles are also calling it a day between price hikes and robbing gifts, amongst other reasons. They can't go on. I've heard about those, Flymo. Yeah, it is a shame, really. There will be some bargains here. Model Rail Crew, yeah, absolutely. Go to Model Rail Crew. Dave Angel Trains is going to be there, and so is Sawyer's Models as well. I was gutted about Sawyer's Models. I've never been to their model shop before, and me and Mr. Rex were in the area, and we decided to pop in on Friday. We got there to find they'd closed the shop because they had an exhibition that weekend. Totally gutted. So you never know. I may try again one day. Question, Brian. Just wondering what's your magnetizer is for? It is for remagnetizing magnets on trains, mostly Hornby Double O and XO34 motors on Hornby. So that's an XO4 motor. You basically put. I'm obviously not going to demonstrate this now because you have to sort of take them apart, really. But basically, the motor goes in between there in that direction like that. I have to take the motor out to do it, and the pin that goes through it as well. And then I push that button, 3 short bursts like that, and that fully remagnetizes that magnet and makes it strong again. And that helps the armature to move. When the magnet goes weak, the armature can burn out, and you get sluggish models as well, which is another common issue that you get with them. But this particular remagnetizer will remagnetize old Hornby Double O models with the motor still in situ. Right. Harris, then add some of the postages on top of the price, and it does get ridiculous a bit. Yeah, I agree there with you, Harris. There have been some items on there that have been an absolute bargain, and that bargain is then ruined by the price of the postage. I mean, our postage is priced at a point because we don't charge people for PayPal costs. This is a silly thing, maybe, I don't know, but we don't charge PayPal fees to the customer. But what we do is we ask a set price for the postage, and that helps relieve some of the pressure on the PayPal fees. Oh, Brian, my Great Western RPU was DCC ready. Where was DCC fitted? I'm sure that was DCC fitted because I ran that on a DCC. If there's an issue, let me know, but some DCC chips actually run on DC. So that could be the case. But in your, I know the one you're on about actually, I think it was your Christmas present, wasn't it, Mark? That one, I remember there was actually a DCC chip in that. But yeah, some of them do work on DC. eBay is the worst place for second-hand model railway items. Yes, it is. Although I have picked up the odd bargain here and there, but it's very difficult, excuse me, to find. I vote with my feet by walking away from traders that overcharge. Um, Doubt they'll sell much anyway. I completely agree with you there. I agree with you on the Oxford die-cast cars from timber. Um, there are 2 or 3 traders that go to Stafford that I check out when I go. I'm the same. Uh, you can take a link off Timber Scale is no longer online. Oh no, Timber. Right. Okay. I'll have a chat to you at some point in the week, Timber. Right. So, yeah. Leave that with me. I'll sort that out. Back again. I froze. Some cheaper remagnetizing Amazon. Just had a look. Yeah, they don't quite do the same thing. They're more for magnetizing things like screwdrivers and stuff like that. Um, you're probably right, Brian, but I've not tried it yet. Well, Mark, if you haven't tried it yet, um, don't attempt to try it on DC, just in case. Some don't like it. If you hear like a scr- uh, uh, like a screaming noise coming from the locomotive, if you put it on DC, take it off immediately because that might damage the motor. For those of you that are on DCC, you know what I mean. That horrible noise when you put it on DC. Um, all the acute scale locos I have bought have DP switches that lets you run on DC. Yes, they do. Easy way to tell if run on DC with a chip, it'll be slower. Well, there you go. um, let's go to some good items for a 5 or less each in their sale area. Yeah, another good thing with Oxford Diecast actually is buying one of their goodie bags. They're excellent value for money. So if you ever get a chance to buy them, the only downside to their goodie bags is you can never guarantee what scale that's in there. They have various different scales within each box. I don't think they have them separated into like double O, N, O, whatever. I think it's just a mixed bag. So it can be a bargain because I suppose items that are not of the scale that you are collecting, you could sell them. SMT Mainline did a video on DC locos on DCC and DCC on DC. Yeah, there's a lot of videos out there of people doing them. Mark Donegal Dad, I think he's touched on that a couple of times himself. Right. Okay. I think I've caught up with the chat. Just make sure that my chat hasn't frozen, but it does do that occasionally. No, just a small layout. I got a 176 £25 goodie bag, and the items were great. They do separate them into scales now, do they? Because I know once upon a time they didn't. I know a friend of mine bought some and he actually had a no gauge lorry in it. Yeah, of course. But yeah, if they've separated them into scales, that's even better. Right, anyway, I'm going to wrap things up now because I've been on way longer than I should have been. But Finishing Central now have trains running on it. Hooray! Um, I hope you've been able to hear me okay. The trains haven't been too noisy. Um, they are here, but how it comes through to you, I don't know. I do have an earpiece in, um, which I think is helping to cancel the noise out a little bit. But yeah, brilliant stream. Thank you very much, Simon. So with that, I'm going to love and leave you all. I've just had a notification that my battery on the earpiece is at 10%, so that's about to die. Um, but yeah, I hope you like what I've done with the layout over the last couple of months. It has been a struggle. Um, be careful of those rogue traders out there because they are out there. And you exhibition organisers, please try to be a little bit more vigilant about the people you have at your exhibitions and trade fairs. Help us out a bit. Because if you do, we will respect you even more. And yeah, and of course, please buy something for the train set shop. Even if you don't want it, just buy it anyway. Only kidding. um, it looks crap, Brian. Thank you very much, Tim. Carry bag. Oh dear. Well, thanks for the chat and the links. Checking them out. Great to see folk in tonight. Yeah, it has been absolutely awesome seeing you all in here tonight. I am very tired. I'm very hungry. I need to go and get myself another cup of coffee. and and yeah, come visit the shop. Even if you don't buy anything, just come visit the shop and have a look, see what you've got. You never know, there might actually be something on there that you actually do want. And I've got some chocolates left over from Christmas, so you may end up still getting some chocolates in your bag, in your boxes. Who knows? So with that, good night, everybody. Happy modelling and go easy out there. Yeah, look after yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now, everyone. Take care. Bye. Why did I turn it off?